All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, so in today's live stream, welcome to another episode of Talking Finance while playing chess. Today, we'll do a recap of what happened during the week. So, we'll go from Monday through Friday and just highlight the most important financial news that took place, right? So, let's get into the game. I'll probably do maybe like 2 or 3 games today. We'll see. We'll see if I win. That will determine how many games I play. All right, so it looks like I'm white. Let's see. All right. Let's get into the news, starting with Monday. All right. So on Monday, the U.S. stock market rebounded. The Dow Jones Industrial rose nearly 1%, building on Friday's gains as investors saw bargains after recent declines. Gold, remember, if you guys don't remember, gold saw new all-time highs. So gold futures surpassed 3,000 per ounce for the first time, reflecting investor uncertainty as a flight to safe haven assets. Yeah, with all the uncertainty in the market, people are fleeing to gold. In the future, not in the future, but in the near future, we're going to see people flee to Bitcoin, in my opinion. Most likely in the next, month or two. But I think overall in the long term, just in general, people are going to flee to Bitcoin. All right, and then the third thing for Monday was inflation shows signs of cooling. The core consumer price index fell to 3.1%. And again, I don't know if that happened Monday or that was the previous week, but they're saying it happened Monday. All right. Okay, you said Tim. All right, so those are the things that happened on Monday. So Tuesday, Federal Reserve maintains interest rates. Remember, the Federal Reserve met up Tuesday and they kept rates the same, but they did have, they did cite cooling inflation and the need to assess ongoing economic data and specifically the tariffs, even though they called them transitory inflation. And then, so the second thing for Tuesday, tech sector recovery. Major technology companies experienced a rebound with the NASDAQ rising 0.8% as investors regain confidence in growth stocks. Yeah, I think growth stocks are going to do pretty good, especially when crypto starts to take off, like these risk-on assets. All right, let's see what he's trying to do here. Right. And then the third thing for Tuesday, oil prices stabilized. After weeks of volatility, oil prices stabilized around $70 per barrel, alleviating concerns about rising energy costs. And somebody mentioned this on the live stream the other day about oil prices going up. And again, if we're going to have tariffs, most likely oil prices will see a surge. All right, let's force them out of there. All right, so that's what happened with Tuesday. So that's the recap for Monday and Tuesday. We'll get into Wednesday just in a moment here. I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to do. All right. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do? I'm stuck. All right, let's move this over here. All right, so for let's go over what happened on Wednesday. So it says U.S.-Canada trade tensions escalate. The ongoing trade war between the United States and Canada intensified, with both countries imposing additional tariffs on key imports. Yeah, so we're supposed to get the final conclusion on these tariffs on April 2nd. So April, I think, is going to be a real interesting month because apparently Well, actually, today, I think Trump went back. He said he was going to be lenient on the reciprocating tariffs that he does. So I don't know. I mean, these people are all over the place, in my opinion, with these tariffs. They don't know if they're going to impose it, get rid of them, delay them. I think again, it's most likely it's just a tactic. All right, what should I do here? Let's go here. Take this. Darn it. That was not, I gave a free pawn. That was not a good move. All right, so what else? Retail sales show modest growth. U.S. retail sales reported a 0.3% increase in February, suggesting steady consumer spending despite economic uncertainties. And then it says for Wednesday, housing market slows. New housing starts decline by 2.5% in February, indicating a potential cooling in the real estate market. So that was the summary for Wednesday. Not really much. Besides the FOMC meeting that happened this week, there's not really much that has taken place as far as like, you know, real movement in the market. All right. Let's see. Let's move this over here. All right, Thursday, corporate earnings beat expectations. Several major companies reported quarterly earnings that exceed analyst forecasts, boost investor sentiment, and Nike was not one of them. I think you guys remember I went over Nike yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And they reported, I think, like 20 or 30% lower than what they expected for revenue. So, again, these things are seasonal, right? People are not going to want to buy Nikes sneakers for 150 bucks if they're struggling to pay their rent. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, I think I'm up here. I think I'm up. Yeah, I'm up. Oh, oh no, yeah. If he goes back with his bishop, I could take the bishop. All right, I think I got him now. Oh, darn it. No, he got me. All right. Yeah, I think I think I got him. All right, good first game. All right, and then Friday today, Capital One and Discover merger faces scrutiny. The proposed 35 billion merger between Capital One and Discover Financial Services encounter regulatory challenges, leading to a 20% drop in Discover share price. I didn't know that. So it looks like Discover and Capital One. But yeah, there's really nothing much that happened this week. That's kind of the update for the week. Markets, crypto market, stock market, for the most part, nothing really going on. I think next week is going to be very volatile for the upside, to the upside, at least for the crypto market, right? I think, again, tariff pressures are easing. And again, you know, if we're following typical crypto cycles, we typically see, you know, some good price action here pretty soon as we approach April. Also, I think for chess, honestly, the less you play, the better you play. Because sometimes if you're rushing, like if you just keep playing games and losing and stuff like that, sometimes it's hard to grow your score. I see what he's trying to do here. Huh. Oh man, I am running out of time. All right, all right. Yeah, so now since I'm doing the chess live, I don't play too many games, so it's better for my score essentially because I'm not wanting to play more than two or I think the most you should play is like 2 or 3 times. All right, so man, I'm just in a bad spot right now. Yeah, I know exactly what he's gonna do. Oh, I could do this. Sometimes you gotta sit and think what you want to do. All right, now I'm in a good spot here. I'm in a very good spot. I see what he's trying to do. Um, there we go. Darn, I only got 58 seconds left. Uh, there we go. There we go. All right. Hopefully I can win this. Perfect. Got the W. All right, I'm going to play one more. And that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at some crypto prices here. Yeah, it looks like BTC is pushing up. So, very exciting. There we go. Perfect. There we go there. Give me that. This one looks like it's going to be easy. He just looks like he's messing up all over. All right. No, buddy. I don't think so. Yeah, no, buddy. I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy. There we go. There we go. This is going to be easy work. Easy work. 2 W's. What is that? What was that? Yeah, come on, buddy. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, resign. All right. All right, that's pretty much it. 2 games. That's all I needed. But that was a recap for today. Didn't look like much happened for the week. I expect prices as we get closer to that April 2nd date and we get more clarity on the tariffs. But I think, honestly, just looking at the administration, they look like they're backing off of the tariffs. So it looks like the markets will start rebounding soon. And I think the uncertainty is going to clear up. I still think in 2026 we'll see some type of recession or some type of correction, like 20-30% overall markets. But that's why I think this year is the year to take profits, especially in crypto. And then also any tech or growth stocks, I think this year will probably be the year to take profit. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.